Hello everybody and welcome back to the Shadow of the Silver Mane. For you dear viewers, it's been like the usual quote-unquote release schedule, because this will be coming the week after the previous episode, but for us it's been 2 weeks because of scheduling shenanigans. It can be that way. Well, before we go into like what happened last time, etc, etc, the usual reminder that I actually forgot to do last time: this episode, dear viewers, is posted on Sir Thompshire's channel. The episode after that shall be posted on my channel, Teeironor. All our links are in the description below. The episode after that shall be posted on Skoll Shorties' channel, again links in the description below. Then back to Sir Thompshire, and so on and so forth. Up for at least 19 more episodes, as DoomGoblin put it, because that'll be episode 69. Nice. Okay. So I rolled some dice in the background, and I would like to ask these lovely players to introduce themselves. The dice have decided that Skoll should go first and introduce himself. Can you please go ahead, Skoll?
Yep. I am Skoll Shorties, and I am playing the lovable captain and imprisoned Buhd, who is in ogre jail for ogre gladiator rings for the Brawlers Guild, for the Alliance. So, very ethical, very nice things. Actually, it comes to make me think, wait, is this actually happening in the Brawlers Guild then? Like, are people, like, getting locked up and thrown to fight at each other?
Well, I would just say canonically, it's either like people who volunteer to fight, or like, say, beasts who like obviously don't have a choice. But there is a story reason, multiple story reasons actually, for why you ogres are fighting, that you obviously don't know yet.
Ooh. Interesting.
But yeah. Thank you, Skoll. Anything else before you go on?
Nope.
Thank you. Next, according to the dice I rolled, would be the owner of the channel you all are watching this on, Sir Thompshire. Can you please go ahead?
Hello. As always, I'll be playing Benjamin Aaran, who's having his fun being lost in a bunch of caves filled with cultists and God knows what. And let's see how he gets out of this.
Let's see, indeed. Thank you, Thompshire. And next, speaking of being lost in the caves, though probably worse off, Zelris, can you please go ahead and introduce yourself briefly and your character?
My name is Zelris, and I play Lyri, Emissary, who currently is somewhere in the cave, and unconscious. So it's going to be interesting what happens with her, and hopefully, maybe she'll meet up with Benjamin Aaran. Who knows?
Well, you and Thompshire mentioned caves, but I should say that they're artificial tunnels, not natural caves, because that might be important. Okay.
Are they like catacombs or something?
Yeah, they're basically an extension of the underground catacombs that you would find like in-game in Stormwind's Cathedral. Because lore-wise, apparently there is a network of catacombs underneath Stormwind. Maybe not as big as like the way I'm portraying it, but there is one, because lore-wise, not all the inhabitants of Stormwind managed to go to Lordaeron when the orcs destroyed the place. A bunch of them hid underground, and when like Stormwind was being rebuilt, the catacombs and the cathedral was used to house the people until the city could be rebuilt. So there's a little fun thing for you. Okay. Anything else, Zelris? Sorry for the little side tangent.
No, I'm fine.
Okay, thank you. And next, DoomGoblin. Can you please go ahead and talk about yourself and your character?
Yeah. Yo. It's me, DoomGoblin, and I'm playing Captain Bladebeard, who is currently trying to save his former first mate Buhd, but he's not really in a hurry. He's getting drunk in taverns and stuff. So yeah, that's him.
But you have great friends. What can I say?
Clearly.
Thank you, DoomGoblin. So, last time, our hero's final day in Stormwind approached its unfortunate end. Benjamin Aaran and Lyri Embersorrow found themselves on the run from authorities after being framed. By the way, above board, Benjamin has the framing note. He picked it up after Lyri passed out. Guided by a voice in Lyri's head, by the way, out after the true timeline, they met with a sympathetic beggar who took them to the catacombs beneath Stormwind City. There, they were joined by a crowd of people who greeted them warmly, as ordered by their quote-unquote deacon. Once the deacon, Bishop Farthing of the Stormwind Church, arrived, with Zartef in his possession, Lyri was forced to sleep while Benjamin desperately tried to rescue her and himself. While he did successfully flee, Lyri, who managed to wake up, instead threw herself onto Zartef for I honestly don't know what reason, unleashing a small storm of shadow energy and knocking herself unconscious. By contrast, Captain Bladebeard cheerfully reunited with his ma, Martha, at their house in the Dwarven District. They proceeded to go to the Golden Keg Tavern, where the dwarf pirate happened upon one of the teams in the following day's Brawlers Guild tournament, the Stormpike Forgers, including an old friend, Krenna's steel arm. After spending the afternoon carousing, Martha and one of the forgers, Groggy Forgeheart, then went off on their own. As for another fighter in the Brawlers Guild tournament, our dear Captain Buhd was instructed on the match order he and his ogre teammate Mulgoon would fight in. Buhd would be fighting one George Aronson of Lord Escovar's Stromgarde Legionnaires, and then he would be fighting the winner of the match between Basalt Brule of Johann Blakeborn's Violent Menagerie and Krenna, Bladebeard's friend, and then he would face the winner of the other series of brackets in the finals, again provided he would win. Our hero was advised to look for his enemy's weaknesses, as all his opponents would be elite fighters. So, above board, as is our wont, the party is split up at the moment. I have prepared a little adventure for Zelris and Thompshire's characters, for Lyri and Benjamin, that, funnily enough, they could skip with just one lucky roll. But before that, I believe, DoomGoblin, you wanted to have a little scene with Bladebeard?
Yeah.
Above board, just to set the scene of the very moment we left last time was your mother and Groggy went off on their own. Then you spent a bit more time with Krenna and the senator before you said, I'm gonna go, and you were just about to leave the tavern.
Yeah, and I prematurely ended my turn because I wanted to use my stunt again that I can use only once an episode.
Ah, I see.
I know a guy who knows a guy, because I would like to, or Bladebeard would like to buy some poisons. And I was thinking maybe he knows some back alley illegal alchemist that does magical potions and poisons and stuff.
Yeah, definitely. That does make sense. This is an above board question because I didn't when I played World of Warcraft. I didn't really play much Alliance, so I don't really remember. Above board, where's the rogue trainer in Stormwind?
In Old Town, right? That's where SI7 is.
Oh, right. Well, you wouldn't go to SI7, I'm guessing, so we'll have to...
Yeah.
Well, I think you would find a poison seller, probably under the guise of an alchemist. Maybe even in the Dwarven District, I'd say. An older dwarf, maybe, that is a friend of your mother's, perhaps. He definitely frequents the Golden Keg when he has the chance. He'd be named Trun, let's say. Thrun. How's that?
Sure, yeah.
Okay, so you definitely know of this guy's existence. His shop usually closes like later in the evening. You do have time to go visit him if you'd like.
Alright, Bladebeard will stumble his way towards his shop. Already kinda buzzed.
And with a sore arm after the arm wrestling.
Oh yeah. That too.
Yeah, you'd arrive at Trun's shop, and you would probably see a customer leave, probably like a male night elf who looks even more drunk than you, surprisingly. And he'll be like stumbling out and going in whatever direction he'd like. You, from past experience, would determine that Trun is likely still in the business of not just like alchemy and poisons, but probably some other interesting stuff.
Alright, I'll enter his store.
You enter the store. It's arranged pretty neatly, like too neatly, I should say, like an obsessive compulsionist, kind of neatly. And you see behind like a stack of I don't know the term, but you know how in like cartoons when scientists have their like bottles of like liquids that flow into each other, etc., etc.
Oh yeah.
It's a bunch
I
of
know.
that. It's a bunch of that, and you see old Trun like delicately putting a liquid in from one thing into another, not necessarily paying attention to the door.
Bladebeard kind of says as he enters. Oi, good evening, sir.
You startle him. He drops his vial, and a pink explosion envelops him. Not like fatally, but it like stains him pink as if he was like covered in bubblegum in a cartoon. And he
are you alright?
He coughs. Bladebeard, you son of a bitch, is that you?
Yeah, it's me. I'm back in Stormwind visiting for a while.
Oh, you could have fucking knocked, you know that.
Oh, I saw you were open.
Ooh, that stuff. Probably shouldn't have inhaled that stuff. Oh, okay. Well, I still have my wits about me. What's up? He extends a hand towards you.
Oh, sure. I shake his hand.
He grabs yours like too quickly, like almost forcefully, and shakes it very quickly and forcefully and withdraws it just as such. Says, oh, right. What's up? What can I help you with? Or for? Or what?
Well, I was thinking to, I was meaning to buy something from you. For example, maybe some magical potion that
some a King Healthsworth, right? He winks at you. A nickname for a historical king who died of poisoning, let's say.
Oh, yeah, something like that. You read my mind.
Well, that's. I really shouldn't have inhaled that. Okay.
Are you sure you're gonna be?
Oh, no, yeah,
all right.
Don't. No worries. I should be fine in like an hour or so. So, a king housewif. All right. Okay. Well. You know, for being a pirate, you never buy some of me more interesting stock. All you buy is poisons. You never try a deep run tram or anything like that.
Well, actually, you know, I might actually buy some more interesting stuff.
I just inhaled the interesting stuff. Give me a day and I'll get some new stuff for you.
I mean, was that the only thing you had prepared, or
Oh,
do you have some like?
I should have some more stuff. You interested in some SI7, some King Varian? What's your poison? Ah, not literally. He winks at you very exaggerately.
Yeah. What do they do?
Oh well. Oof. I can't really, you know how it is, core names, all that. King Varian's, unleashes the bit of your wild side. Whew. And SI7 is, well, if you need to, like, just kind of lay low, you know what I'm saying? What I just inhaled is something kind of new that I'm experimenting with. I'll admit I don't have a name with it for it yet.
I didn't understand a word you said.
No, that's the usual response.
Are they poisons that kill people, or what do they do?
No, they're not poisons. They don't kill people. They're usually meant for yourself, more so, if you know what I mean.
So, I understand. All right. What did you say they do? You said two of them, King Varian and SI7.
Aye. Well, King Varian, if you want a more rowdy kind of thing, if you want to go to the tavern and impress all the ladies, you know how it is. Or SI7, if you want to just like sit in a chair and contemplate the makings of the Titans and all that. Ooh, this stuff is too
Sure.
fucking strong.
I'll take them.
Oh, all right. He extends a hand towards you.
All right. Wait. Before that, I might buy something else. Do you have like potions that or potions?
No, I don't sell poisons.
Yeah,
Come
potions that like put people asleep, for example. Is that something that you have?
Fucking course. Who the fuck do you think I am? Aye. The usual, or?
I mean, potions that put them to sleep that they awake from in a few hours, right?
He looks confused and says, "Oh,
like actual sleep."
Right. Sorry about that." He like shivers a little bit from like what the stuff he just inhaled and says, "All right, the more mundane stuff. Well, if you want the more mundane stuff, you could have asked any fucking alchemist in the city. Why'd you come to me?"
Because you're the best there is.
I mean, I know that, but I kind of feel insulted that you'd come here just to buy sleeping potions.
All right, do you have, I don't know, a love potion? A potion that turns people into animals? Stuff like that?
Still working on those. But I do have... Well, if you want someone to sleep for a couple decades, I could have something like that.
Decades? Does that work on
centuries, millennia, until the world fucking blows up? I don't know.
Does that work on people that usually wouldn't live that long? Or just like elves?
I'm saying I'm selling... I can... For the love of... he looks like frustrated and says, "Look, come Bladebeard, you usually come to me for one fucking purpose, to get to have something for people you don't like, and I mean I'm your man for the fucking job."
Yeah. All right. If I'm satisfied with 3 you gave me, but I'm just checking if you have like more interesting stuff.
I've always got more interesting stuff. He like takes a deep breath. He's still like jittering from the thing he just inhaled, and he says, "Okay, is this more interesting stuff intended for yourself or for an enemy?"
Whatever, really. I mean, I'm good with both, as long as I remember which one is which.
That will be a problem. Oh well, I was brewing up something. I do have the prototype, but I don't want to sell the prototype. You know how it is, unless you got a good price for it. I like to call it the Prince Anduin.
Oh, did you hear that he's dead?
What? He's dead?
Yeah, killed by Garrosh Hellscream.
Oh fuck, now I have to change the name. Ugh. I'll think on it, but I do have something interesting in the works that's intended for, if you ever need to just, sit in a chair. For someone you don't like, I do have something I like to call the Troll Berserker.
Oh, does that like make people crazy and start attacking everyone around them, or?
Something of the sort, but it also, well, let's just say you don't want to be around when they drink that thing. He like gives you a wink.
All right.
All perfectly legal, I assure you.
Yeah. Of course. I although, not that I care, right? I'm a pirate.
Of course you care.
Yeah. Of
the
course I
walls
care.
have ears everywhere. Come.
Yeah, sure.
So, what will be? Something for yourself, something for an enemy? What are you interested in?
I mean,
above board, he's offering either to sell you drugs or poisons.
oh, all right. I mean both. Sure. Both drugs and poisons. More the merrier.
Okay. Do you have like a preference? Like on the drug front, he named the King Varian, the SI7, and the prototype Prince Anduin, which will obviously be more expensive.
Hear what my plan kind of was. I was thinking of buying like let's say six different poisons or potions, and then I would like compel myself to forget which one does what, and then I would
like
roll
that.
a d6 whenever I use them.
I do like that. I like that a lot.
Yeah. So I believe he gave me 5 so far, 5 different options.
I think he gave you 4, but yeah.
Oh.
He gave you 3 options when it comes to drugs and 1 option when it comes to poisons. He would also have like your more standard poison that's kind of mundane. He would be insulted if you bought that and not bought something else. And he also would also have a very expensive and lethal poison, or this Troll Berserker poison that he's being very vague about what it does.
Is that 6?
3 poisons and 3 drugs. So 6.
Sure. Yeah. I know he'll be insulted for the one, but whatever.
All right. Tallying up your purchases. Let me think. The King variant, that'll be 10 silver. The SI7, that'll be 5 silver. The Prince Anduin, name pending, that'll be 1 gold. The Troll Berserker, that'll be 5 gold. And for the run-of-the-mill shit, that'll be 50 copper. And for the the knight's journey, let's call it. That will be 2 gold.
Which comes to
5, 7, 8 gold and a bunch of silver. And like 60 silver and 50 copper, something like that.
since I'm buying in bulk, can we say
Or 15
8
silver,
gold?
sorry. Well, yeah, I do value your business, Captain Bladebeard, but all right, fuck it. Sure, 8 gold.
Alright, I give him 8 gold.
You don't try to like shortchange him or anything.
No.
You now have your poisons. I would recommend writing them down. I'll also make a note when I after the session is over. Okay.
Yeah, I would like to compel my whatever it's with rum. I can't survive a day without rum. And let's say that Bladebeard is kinda already drunk a bit.
Well,
And
fun thing is, they are labeled, but you don't know how to read.
yeah, that's a fun thing. Yeah.
Yeah. So you compelled yourself. So yeah, I don't even need to like accept or anything. Here is your shiny extra fate point. And
Alright.
yeah, you've mixed up your Prince and Winds with your Troll Berserkers and all that. That should be a lot of fun.
Alright. Thank you, Alchemist Man. Troon.
Trun. He says, "Pleasure doing business with your Bladebeard. Give your mom my regards, would you? And do tell her that I'm kind of running low on the SS7, so she could give me a bit of a break. All right."
Alright. I'll let her know. Also, I don't know, drink something for the pink thing. You don't look very good.
Oh, well, I think the effects should go away in like an hour, so should be fine. And he passes out.
I take my 8 gold back.
Okay, no checks required, but he will realize what happened.
Will he?
I guess time will tell.
Alright. Anyway, I'll leave the store.
Okay, that was fun.
Or maybe I should call for him. Anyway, never mind.
He's still breathing.
He'll be
I will
fine.
say that.
He'll be fine.
Okay.
I'll return to the tavern.
You do.
Alright. One more thing before we end my part is Gunther, the corrupt guard, around.
Give me a careful. Difficulty 4, let's say.
2.
There's a lot of people around. Hard to tell, hard to recognize individuals.
Alright, I guess if he wants his money or tell me that he killed the panda, he'll find me.
He very well might, I suppose.
Alright.
Good on you to remember that, though.
Yeah, I told him to be here.
That you did.
Alright, anyway, I would also once again like to compel myself the rum thing and
Okay.
say that tonight Bladebeard will get so drunk that he will not remember what happened, and it's up to you, DM, to decide what Bladebeard did or who he did and where he wakes up.
Okay, very interesting. I'll have a think on that. Duly noted.
Alright, he just like grabs a bottle, starts drinking, and we fade to someone else.
You're making me design like. Have you ever played Skyrim?
No.
Okay.
I know few memes, but that's it.
There's a quest where you party with a demonic prince and you end up like marrying a goat and desecrating a temple, and you wake up with no memory and you have to fix everything, etc., etc.
Nice.
Yeah.
Something like that.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
up to you.
I'll have a good think on it. Thank you. Okay. Now, before we check on Benjamin and Lyri, Skoll, are you with us?
I am here.
Well, Skoll, or rather Buhd, I wanted to like get your perspective on things, even though, as I mentioned, well, as we all mentioned, you're kind of locked in a cell at the moment after like your jailer told you here's who you'll be fighting, and you like had a brief confrontation with Mulgoon. You were like more or less thrown back into your jail cell along with the other ogres, and usually, the other ogres usually rise up in the morning. You were told to rise up in the morning because there's a tournament coming up. So, as you're like thrown back into your cell, what's like going through Bud's mind at the moment?
I think that he's obviously a bit confused on his situation that's going on, but at the same time he's I think that he thinks that this is a way for him to one, kind of prove himself to the other ogres, but at the same time somehow get them out of their sort of situation, and he's not really sure how he's going to get them out or himself out, really.
Now, what's your opinion specifically on the interactions you've had with people from your past? Well, when I say you, I mean Buhd.
For the most part, for him, it's been positive, although the few ogres that he just does not feel comfortable by or settled with are the two, which is the one that I think ran away from him, and the one that he had to fire his cannon on.
Yeah, so Karfok, that you've fired your cannon on, and Mulgoon, who will be your teammate in the competition. But what's like Buhd thinking specifically about like the flashes of memory he's had, like specifically when I'm most curious when he was fighting Karfok, and like what happened in the past, Karfok defeated him again. Yeah, and like the various flashes of memory Buhd had in that regard.
I think that in almost a way, he is kind of happy that he shot his cannon at the one ogre, because one, he protected his friend, who he has some memories of, but not really.
Mm-hmm.
And in a way, he kind of feels like he got payback in a way, and he's not sure how, because like he's still not really connected his thoughts together on, oh, you know, I used to be this ogre, and then this ogre did this to me. I think that he's still very much bridging those thoughts and memories together with his own. But so he's kind of confused by the feeling, but at the same time, like, it is a feeling that he has, that he accomplished that, I guess.
I should mention, since we obviously have been talking for a while now of how Buhd would act when he regained his memory, I will mention you haven't regained your memory. You've got very random, very specific flashes of like some key events. You don't know what like everyday Moarg was like back in the day, or like the various bad stuff he did. You just remember like your part of the power struggle with Karthok, like some of the individual characters, like your general impressions on them, and the fact that Nourish liked you and like supported you. So you don't like know in great detail, if that makes sense.
So he doesn't know that Karthok was the one who deprived him of his horn.
Oh, the opposite.
Or...
He does know. He does know.
Okay. He does. That's why I was like, oh, he kind of feels good about the feeling of getting back at him, but he doesn't like fully understand the feeling. Is what I was getting at. Like he's like, I don't really understand why I feel this way, but I do.
And you would know like again, the you pretty much remember like the ending of like the power struggle with Karthok, of like the fateful duel where he beat you, and then like the sort of ritual quote unquote banishment where your horn was broken by him. But you don't know like why you were like feuding with Karthok, or what's his deal, or anything like that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. What about Nourish? What are your thoughts on Nourish so far? And like specifically, since you already talked a little bit about Nourish, but I'm also wondering specifically about his insistence that your identity should remain hidden, at least for now.
He's still kind of trying to figure out why he's got to hide who he used to be, but he's also not entirely sure who he used to be, so it's not too difficult for him to be like, oh, well, you know, I'm not that ogre, I'm Buhd. Because he's identified as Buhd for years now. So he's I guess it's very easy for him to keep the facade of, oh, well, I'm not that ogre, I'm this ogre. But at the same time, I think he's happy that he has met Nourish, because it's a happy feeling that he gets around him rather than like negative.
Sure, definitely. But speaking of feelings, I'm curious, what do you think of Break, the ogre mage that apparently is collaborating with your human captors?
I think at first Buhd was like, oh, hey, another ogre, and this one's two-headed, which is usually rare, or it used to be rare in ogre society, but it became more common during the Second War. But initially he was happy to see another ogre, but now he's kind of unsettled by him because of his one, he's not in prison like the other ogres, and Buhd's slowly picking up on that, and also the fact that he is with the humans, clearly. Like, as much as Buhd is dumb, he is picking up on like the small things, like, oh, why is he being treated better than us, or why is he treated differently? So he's kind of he's uncomfortable around Break.
That makes sense. I should mention the last time we sort of established that like your like what you remember of like from your past life about Break was that he was always a character like in the background. He never really assumed like center stage in ogre politics, but he was always there. Like even like if a big event happened, and like King Gordok was hosting a feast or whatever, he would always be there, like in the chair next to King Gordok or whatever. Make sense?
Yeah.
So he's important, but maybe you don't remember why, or you get the vibe that he was always a schemer.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's something Buhd has kind of definitely picked up on, that he's a very scheming ogre who is always like next to the top but isn't at the top.
Two more questions, I think, from my perspective, but you're free to also like elaborate on any point. What's your opinion on your human captors?
I mean, they've fed him, and
they're
they've
good.
given him a place to sleep. He's unsure about them, but he's also like, well, why won't they let us roam? Why are they like? I don't think he's fully picked up on the fact that his ogre brethren aren't doing so hot down here, but at the same time, I think he's slowly putting the pieces together at least. I think that Buhd would like to negotiate things without having to rip off people's heads, but at the same time, I think he's very unsure about the humans, but he's already got I guess a negative vibe from them.
I get what you mean, and that's definitely understandable. But on that note, my sort of final question was, what's your opinion on the fact that you've kind of been drafted to fight in a tournament tomorrow even?
I think that Buhd likes fighting, so he's not like totally against it, but I think he's also not really sure why he's doing it per se, because he's in this weird prison and I don't think Buhd's been in prisons before, so I don't think that this is a new experience for him, but it's also like with ogres, which I think is rare for him. So he's happy that he gets to spend time with ogres, but at the same time, it's I think he very much would like to be free, and I think he also he's very confused why he's fighting in the first place, aside from, oh, well, you beat that ogre up, now you need to take his place.
Makes sense, definitely. Well, I guess I do have one more question. Your wound on your back is still not treated and will get worse the following day. Any thoughts or plans in that regard?
Well, Buhd is not a healer, and he might try to. I think he'll at least try to bring it up, maybe. But I think he also thinks that nobody is really a healer here. I mean, there is the healers who supposedly tended to the one ogre he shot, but
Which you haven't seen since you shot him, by the way.
Yeah.
Okay. Those were my questions. Now, would you be doing anything like in character? Again, Buhd has just been not thrown, but like guided, let's say, back to his cell, and he would see that the other ogres also like docilely go back to their respective cells, and some of the torches go out, and you you get the feeling that it's kind of nights out time.
Considering Buhd really doesn't have, he didn't really have that many possessions on him anyways, aside from his shirt, which I'm pretty sure has been
And hat
worn
and cannon,
down,
etc.
Yeah, and his cannon. I think Buhd would try to sleep and think on his thoughts and reflect on them.
Okay, and we may revisit those thoughts fairly soon. Okay, thank you very much, Skoll.
Yep.
Do you have anything else in mind before we go visit Thompshire and Zelris?
I don't think so, but maybe with his confronting his past with his memories, maybe something will come out of that.
Sure.
In his dreams, maybe.
I will also brainstorm something, but also feel free to think of something yourself if you'd like. Like if you how should I say this? Since Buhd is obviously your character, and you are first and foremost in charge of Buhd's backstory. So if like a memory would pop up that you would like to shape, feel free, and we will have that scene. Okay?
Okay, I have a few ideas, but yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Skoll, very much. Now, Zelris and Thompshire. Well, I will mention, first off, are you, the two of you here?
Yep.
Yep.
Okay. So, I mentioned this before we started recording, but I'll also say this for the sake of the viewers. I did make a little game, let's say, though it's not the right term, of like what will happen while you explore this underground section, which honestly, with one lucky roll of the dice, you can be out with like just in 2 minutes, so that's also entirely possible. But before we go into that, Zelris, Lyri, I mentioned that last time when you impaled yourself and like got knocked out, that you passed out entirely, like you had an entirely dreamless sleep. But as you sort of come to, I would say, if you agree, that you would have a brief dream, a memory of something kind of similar happening. Would that be alright with you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So while let me put the background on screen. I clicked the wrong thing. So I would say the first thing you feel is an intense hunger, though not like the hunger you would feel for food, but a hunger that this is in your dream, that you felt for the first time when the Sunwell was destroyed. And in your flashback, this would be the setting of your flashback. Alright?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So, first things first. In this brief flashback, you, Lyri, would wake up in your home, with Silver Moon just starting to be rebuilt, and you would feel this intense hunger that you felt again ever since the Sunwell was destroyed. What's like the first thing on like Lyri's to-do list to like start her day off?
Probably like, make the bed, make the room look presentable, then head downstairs.
Mm-hmm. I wanted to ask, because one character will show up. Of the characters in your backstory that would be alive at this point and present, would that one character like be living with you, or would he be like staying separately?
I think he would be staying separately right now.
Mm-hmm. Then as you go downstairs, you would hear a knock on the door.
I will open it up.
Mm-hmm. And you would see this familiar figure that you, Zelris, designed yourself, and thank you for that.
Mm-hmm.
And he will say, Lyri, good morning.
Yeah, good morning. I kind of wipe my eyes.
How are you doing?
I'm doing as well as I can.
Well,
You know how it is.
Well, for the first time in perhaps months, years, I think I have good news. There's an emissary from Prince Kael'thas has just returned.
Oh, wonderful. Any news from beyond the Yeah.
We can certainly ask, but the Lord Regent has summoned the citizens to the Court of the Sun, well, to the fountain at the entrance. They say that this emissary has something wonderful to show us that will help us.
Cool. Is it? Do we need to go now?
Well, that's why I came. Are you ready to go, or?
Yeah, of course, Bevanef, of course. Yeah.
And you, I presume, unless you want to like do something else, would go with this individual. You would also see like crowds of people gathering to the Court of the Sun, like curious what's going on. It's very rare that an emissary from Prince Kael'thas would show up. Other than what you mentioned directly to Bevanef about if you could ask about something, is anything else going through Lyri's mind at this point, other than like the hunger she's feeling?
She's excited just because, it means that there might be some good news finally. It's kind of been depressing to work at the at the inn that she works at in state.
Yeah,
a lot of sad drunks, a lot of people acting up.
Yeah, definitely. And I would imagine it wouldn't be like unusual for like say maybe some you become friends with some patrons, and like someday, after a few days you would never see them again, and you'd find out, oh, they died or they ran off somewhere.
Yeah.
Eventually, alongside your companion, you would reach the Court of the Sun, the front entrance of it, where you would see the various officials of Silver Moon, dressed in like ceremonial clothing. At this point, they usually like forego that sort of garb just because to like show solidarity with the people. But right now, they've like dressed as formally as they can, and in center stage there is this individual that I will put on screen. I will sort of skip over some of the details, but he speaks very, because again this is kind of a blurry flashback, but he speaks very enthusiastically about having found a way to deal with the hunger at last. That Prince Kael'thas has discovered a way to save our people for once and for all, and to like sort of prove a point. Well, before that, how would Lyri be reacting to this display?
Obviously very, very excited, just because it's it's one of Kael'thas's, representatives, just speaking from the people after so long. It's just nice.
To sort of like prove the point, he would like motion, make a hand gesture, and from the Court of the Sun itself, several guards would be dragging something that is chained up in some magical chains. One of these lovely things that sort of like towers over the crowd. And it looks very indignant and yells out something very violent sounding at the crowd and at this magister. The magister loudly proclaims, "The demons guided the scourge in destroying Kael'thas, but now they will prove a useful tool in helping us rebuild our civilization." And before the crowd, he seems to be doing something that appears to be like magically draining the demon. The demon looks to be in immense pain, but you, as you are an elf, you are attuned to magic. You do sense power growing in this magister's hands, so to say. And he, after he is finished draining a portion of the demon's power, he creates a fireball that he launches into the sky, which explodes with it looks like an amazing firework, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And the crowd oohs and ahs at this display. What's Lyri thinking?
Probably just oohing and ahhing as well. She's just a little civilian. She's just excited to see the fireworks and see a really big demon. You don't really see those ever. At least not around here, so she's excited.
And he, this magister, this emissary of Prince Kael'thas, would say, "Now, which one among you would be the first to volunteer to receive Prince Kael'thas' teachings?" And you would sense the crowd's hesitation, because this is a demon after all, and it's intimidating. But to your left, where your companion is sitting, he would look at you and give you a reassuring smile and step forward.
Wow, I'll kind of be taken aback, but give him a reassuring nod as well. And because I know this guy is very he's tough. I'm gonna trust him. I'll give him a reassuring smile and just let him do his thing.
Yeah. And at this point, the flashback would sort of become even blurrier. You would get a sequence of memories of this individual who volunteered, then teaching you this very same thing of how to mana tap a source of magic, and how for perhaps the first time since the Sunwell was extinguished, the hunger you felt was finally abated. And that was the flashback. So while I remove these images from the screen, Lyri, you would wake up with a very familiar hunger in a pitch black tunnel. The hunger for magic. Because you realize you feel incredibly drained and incredibly empty of magic.
It's complete pitch black. I can't see anything. I guess Lyri will try to stand up, but immediately fall over because she's so exhausted and just drained of everything.
Now, above board, I think this would be a good time to tell you Zelris and Thompshire about this little underground adventure that I prepared. Basically, I would like to ask, I think we'll start with Lyri just because of the flashback and then go to Thompshire. I'm going to ask you to roll carefuls. And depending on your role, it won't be Thompshire obviously has a higher careful, but I won't take it as a competition between the two of you. Rather, it will be how many, what the overall score is. The dice have pluses and minuses. So if you get a 0 in total, something will happen. If you get a 1 in total, something will happen. And it goes from 4 to -4, pretty much. 4 being something very good, -4 being something very bad. So, above board, if you roll your careful and get a critical, you would immediately find the exit and all will be well. However, you have the option of wandering around the tunnels. You either have the option of looking for an exit, looking for each other, Lyri would look for Benjamin, Benjamin for Lyri, or looking for something else entirely. And obviously, depending on the role, if you mention I'm looking for Lyri and you roll a 3, you will make progress towards Benjamin will make progress towards finding Lyri rather than finding the exit. Does that make sense? Okay. So starting off with Lyri. You are extremely hungry in the pitch black catacombs underneath Stormwind, and like as you stumble around, you would feel a corpse, and as you like feel around, you'd feel multiple corpses, human seeming, and a few dwarves and gnomes as well. Now,
Okay.
I'll make a very special exemption for Zelris this session only, and I think it's probably the only time I'll make this very special exemption ever. In that, I'll allow you, Zelris, to use Lyri's mana tap stunt as many times as you want this session.
Okay.
But if you use it too much or too little, there may be consequences.
Okay.
Okay.
So there's this bunch of corpses like on the floor.
Yep, you would feel that a bunch of corpses nearby. You would probably vaguely remember when you impaled yourself on Zalatav that it caused like a big explosion.
Lyri kind of tries to pull herself up against a wall so she's not like crawling around, and she's going to attempt to flick her fingers and like cause a little fire, but she'll struggle really badly with it because she's so drained.
Well, not only that you struggle with it, but the act feels painful to you. Like you would be able to do it, but you've already feel yourself drained. Yeah, tapping into something that's not there right now is what it feels like.
Yeah, so after she does that, she kind of like stumbles over again. But she sees there's a bunch of corpses, and can I like look at them and see if like I have any indication that they're like magical people or like they practice magic?
Sure. Give me a careful difficulty 2.
It's pretty dark in there, so
Even with your, well, I would say even with your magical senses, and like your general knowledge, like the longer a corpse has been dead, the more, like the less magical energy it would have, unless it's like a, say, a really powerful mage or like an old god or whatever. None of these people were like really powerful mages, and like the little magic that they had, in the case that they had it, is either fading or gone.
I'm not doing that. Lyri will just try and crawl over them and move past them. She doesn't know why she's been acting the way she has lately. She's clearly in over her head. She's just recollecting everything she's done in the last like few days and wondering why she did it, because she doesn't exactly remember why and how everything kind of unraveled like this, and she doesn't want to use the mana tap right now.
Sure thing. Can you give me, well, first off, are you just wandering, or are you trying to like find like the exit or Benjamin or anything else?
She's just wandering right now. She's like really like lost and wouldn't be able to do anything pretty much, so just wondering.
Okay. So, since you're not like trying to find something, would you still like to roll on the table, or would you just like to take like the most neutral result, which would be that you just wander around kind of aimlessly?
Sure, but if there's also like a way we can like randomize it, I'd also do that. I don't mind either way.
Okay. Yeah, there is a way to randomize it. Give me the careful, and I will tell you what happens.
Awesome.
3 pluses. Okay. You wander around. Actually, I need to do to make a roll to determine where you head. That is a very good roll, by the way.
Yeah, it's surprisingly good.
Huh. I was thinking 1 would be something, 2 would be something, and 3 would be Benjamin, honestly. So that's kind of lucky, I suppose. But Benjamin, are you still with us, Thompshire?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Let's see what you've been up to. You again remember last time you were carrying Lyri and she struggled against you, dropped off and like impaled herself, unleashing an explosion of shadow energy. You kept running, and eventually you realized, I'm lost in these tunnels. What do you do now? This like time-wise would be happening before Lyri would find you, if that makes sense.
Yeah, right. So, kind of like Lyri, it's a choice of what I'm doing, right?
Mm-hmm.
I think at this point I'd be looking for the exit.
Then give me a careful, please. That is the most neutral result. So you kind of wander around, you realize that you are lost. But eventually, you would hear footsteps. You have your fireball in your hand, correct?
Yes, so.
Remember you used it to like as a makeshift torch last time.
Yeah, I remember.
Mm-hmm. So because of Zelris's role, Lyri, as you would be stumbling around, you would see like a source of light in the tunnels and footsteps, and Benjamin would also hear footsteps.
I think Lyri would kind of, just try walking towards it. She would want to try and like be secretive, but she's so weak right now that it's pretty much her only like option, I guess. So she'll like lean against the wall and try and stay standing and just move towards the light.
Benjamin, what about you when you hear these faint footsteps?
How far would they be?
Not far, but like they may be 10 meters away. But like the most distinguishing like thing you'd hear is that they're very like they're the footsteps of a person who's like a lightweight, if that makes sense. And that's the reason why I'm saying it's fairly close, because
I wouldn't hear them before. Then I guess I'll just take out my sword and just quickly turn around and see who's there.
And as Lyri like turns a corner, she sees unarmed Benjamin Aaran, and Benjamin, you see like an elven figure emerging from the shadows because you're holding the light.
Just an elven figure. I wouldn't recognize Lyri.
Unless you move closer, because
Then I guess I'll slowly move closer.
Then you would recognize Lyri, and Lyri would, if she's in the right mind state, recognize you.
I probably wouldn't. Lyri kind of tries walking towards Benjamin, leaning against the wall, but she just like falls over face first and then kind of lands on the ground.
So recognizing her, I just go, Lyri, why the...
She looks emaciated, by the way.
What the hell happened to you? Are you okay? Oh, she clearly isn't, but...
Lyri just kind of makes pain noises. I don't think she can even like pick up the fact that someone's really talking to her. She's not there.
So did you kind of like fall face first on the ground?
Yeah.
Okay, then I'll kind of try to sit her against the wall or something.
Lyri like constantly like she's pretty much like limp. She can like barely stay up, and she doesn't really like register anything is happening right now.
Is she like bleeding from the stab wound, or?
I haven't checked it.
Above board, Benjamin, if you were to look, surprisingly, you know she was stabbed, but other than like a tear in her clothing, there's no visible wound.
Then I'll try to see if I notice what's wrong, aside from, well, being like, she looking like she hasn't eaten in like a month or something.
You can give me a clever difficulty 4 to speculate. She looks like she hasn't eaten in a month.
Wow. So I guess she's not conscious anymore, or?
She's conscious, but she's like, it's not very grounded in anything right now. She's kind of in a different world. Like she can see what's in front of her, and she can kind of hear as well, but it's not like getting to her brain. She's not understanding what she's seeing and what she's hearing.
Then I'll kind of try to lightly slap her face to see if she comes about and starts,
You slap her and she like falls to the ground pretty much.
I didn't say that. I said like.
Exactly. She's so like light and limp and like the tiny little slap like knocks her down.
Then I'll again set her against the wall so she's not, lying on the ground. And I'll just sigh and get up and kind of just pace back and forth for like a minute or so.
Lyri is currently having the worst feeling ever right now. Just a feeling of agony, and she doesn't even understand what she's experiencing right now. It's horrible when you're just pacing around.
Though it is unfortunately familiar for you, hence the flashback.
Mm-hmm. I mean, at least back then she kind of could understand what was happening. She's like so out of it right now.
Well, we need to find the exit anyway, so sorry about this. And I'll just go about picking her up, but this time not like a sack of potatoes, just more carefully.
Lyri will obviously allow it because she can't do anything anyway, so.
Also above board, in case it wasn't already clear, the voices in your mind, Lyri, are gone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just I don't think she's like come to realize that yet, just because she's so. Yeah.
Benjamin, would you like to roll your careful in place of the both of you to see where your path leads next?
Yeah, let's go.
That is once again the most neutral result. You spend time wandering aimlessly and you don't find anything, good or bad. You do get the inkling that a unit of time has passed.
I can just sigh at the now familiar feeling of being lost, and try to keep going, and hopefully get out.
If you want, you can give me another careful, unless you want to do like some RP with Lyri.
I mean, I don't think she's in a state for that.
You could try.
Maybe I'll walk a bit more and try again.
Up to you. Okay, so 2 pluses. Okay. You're looking for the
It's
exit.
3 pluses?
Well, it's 3 pluses and a minus, which evens
Oh,
out.
okay,
to-
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to roll a d2 in this case. Okay, I was kind of hoping for this result. Okay. Benjamin, as you're like walking with Lyri, you hear a shuffling nearby. And it's like in the direction you're walking, you're heading towards a cross section. A cross section. And you hear that from like the shuffling is coming from the path to the right. You haven't reached the cross section yet.
Yeah, I think I'm definitely not going towards the shuffling.
But are you heading towards the cross section or are you turning around?
Yeah, I'm heading towards the cross section.
Then as you reach the cross section and maybe take a brief look to your right, you will see this individual. A very undead looking female dwarf who like turns her head towards you and says, "Oh, hello. Have you come to have your fortune read, child? It's been so long since I've had a visitor."
I kind of just look around for a moment and just say, and you are?
My name is Grusvina. I've been here for so many years, decades, centuries, perhaps. She, with like unnatural quickness, you see like a rat scurrying next to her. She like catches it with unnatural quickness and bites into it. It's a very disgusting sight. And like she munches it down.
I can just wince a bit and just, why don't you leave?
Leave? Because the mistress won't let me leave. Big plans, you see. Big plans. Yes. But she does give me the freedom to give out fortunes, warnings. She calls it warnings. Well, I guess she enjoys her games. And she does give me the freedom of enjoying these. And she points to like the rat she's eating, and she takes another bite. It's like the rat is still alive and is scurrying in her hands. Quiet now, child. It will be over soon.
Right. What can you tell me about this fortune-telling thing?
Prophecy? Well, not prophecy. It's a warning that the mistress has given to me. I pass it on. Would you like to hear it? She takes another bite of the rat, and you see its movements go still.
Yeah, sure.
Very good. Come closer, child. Come closer. What's Lyri doing, by the way?
Sorry, what?
What is
Dead.
Lyri doing? Dead?
I'm not really doing anything right now.
So, Benjamin?
I guess I slowly get closer.
You feel an overwhelming stench of death just coming from her. And as you look closer, you clearly see her extremely rotten teeth. And she gives you an open-toothed smile.
Uh,
She doesn't look like menacing, but you did see her like instantly snatch up that rat.
yeah, that's exactly why I'm trying not to, what was I gonna ask? What color are their eyes?
The color you see on screen.
Okay, so they're blue. Okay. Yeah, I guess I get closer. Yeah, that's it.
Good, good. Fortune favors the bold, they say. Now, hear my fortune. 5 fingers I see, stained in blood. The two-faced one with origins of mud. The misguided one blinded by rage. And the greedy one who set the stage. Greed or desperation drives this threesome. Yet 2 others await the new order come. Only these know that they serve, not rule. The northern one, with fate quite cruel, and the warrior one of strange descent, whole with claws around Stormwind's neck. A great fire they carry, a shadow of burn, and the golden mane silver may turn. And she smiles at you. If you want, I can also like type that in the chat or like in the Discord.
Yeah,
Yeah.
please do. I noticed some maybe important keywords, so yeah, but that's maybe for the best.
Okay, I will post it in the Discord from my phone. Yeah, she gives you this little fortune. What do you do?
I'm not quite sure what that meant.
You'll know in time. Once the fires come, oh, that will be clue enough, don't you think?
Yeah, right. I guess they would be.
Do you have any other questions for me, my dear? Have you brought me any... She licks her lips. Any treats?
Well, I'm afraid not.
She narrows her eyes at you and says, "My patience. Where's Finn? It's been a while since I've snuck on anything besides rat. What's your friend over there? I've never seen her kind before."
Oh, she's a blood elf, but I'm afraid she's quite skin and bones at the moment.
Skin and bones, bones and skin, all the more appealing. Oh, the mistress do likes them with as much bone as they can. Now, can you give me a snack? She looks like with very intently and directly at you.
I mean, if I come across any,
Good. That's a promise, my dear. That is a promise. If you find any tasty morsels, or if you want to leave that one with me, I may give you another fortune.
Yeah, right. I'll think about that.
She stares at you and says nothing.
Right. It was a pleasure. I'll be going now.
She gives you that same open-toothed smile, and one of her teeth falls out, and she like grabs it and jams it back in.
I look away from her and just wince.
She says, yes, nice seeing you. Oh, don't want to stare at a lady who is arranging her dentures. It's rude.
I clear my throat and keep going.
What's Lyri been up to? Other than being a sack of potatoes.
I I mean, I'd say that she's like mostly unconscious. I don't know what's. Again, she's just kind of thinking about how she got in this situation because she's suddenly feeling kind of the rush of everything that's happened the last few days coming to an end and hitting a really, really big low.
Mm-hmm. Sure thing.
Mm.
Sure thing. Now, Thompshire, would you like to give me another careful roll to see where you head to this time?
No, to a not nice place.
Mm-hmm. Very interesting. You do not make progress towards finding the exit, that's for sure. But let's see what you find. I am going to roll a d2. Okay, very interesting. Give me a moment. You once again near a cross section and hear shuffling again. Do you turn around or continue going?
God, I don't think she'll be very happy if I return empty-handed, so I guess there's no choice but to keep going.
Okay. As you near the cross section and look around, you hear the shifting of bones near you and this lovely individual charging at you.
Oh, so this one doesn't talk. Okay.
It groans at you, I guess. Benjamin?
Is that an attack or
The initiative order is Benjamin, Lyri, then this lovely individual.
no? But I guess as he's charging at me, I can just try to kick him away.
Give me a... That sounds forceful. Time means you get an advantage. What would you like your... Didn't mean to do that. Your advantage to be called.
No idea.
Brittle bones. I don't know.
Yeah, sure. I was trying to think of a bone con, but most of them end up in a not very nice place.
I'm not gonna judge. While I type that, it's Zelris' turn, Lyri's turn. Lyri, Zelris, are you with us?
Oh yeah, sorry, I was forgot to push to talk.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So wait. Benjamin kicked the skeleton, right?
Yeah, I'm thinking you're still in Benjamin's arms unless he dropped you?
Yes, I'm pretty sure I am.
Yeah, that's kind of why I kicked instead of, well, using a sword.
What like position am I in?
Benjamin?
I mean, I'm not sure how to call this, but it's just like kind of the regular carry, if that means anything.
Probably like bridal, right? I don't know.
Probably like what?
Probably mean like bridal, right? I'm assuming that's what you mean. Unless like
Yeah, kind of, yeah.
Okay. Lyri will try and like limply like hit the skeleton with her hand.
What are you trying to do? What are you trying to do, sorry?
Just like limply like slap it with my hand. Hit it away.
That sounds forceful to me.
Yeah?
You fail, but it doesn't like create an advantage. The skeleton swings at Benjamin.
I kind of just sidestep to the side.
Give me a quick. Tie means it gains an advantage. And while I type that in, it's your turn, Benjamin.
I'll try to give him a little shoulder charge.
That sounds forceful to me. You knock it off balance. You clearly have done like some damage to it. Lyri?
Lyri tries to hold on to Benjamin, which will be making an advantage.
Okay. Sounds forceful or careful to me. Difficulty
Yeah.
2, I'd say.
I think I'll do careful just because.
Mhm.
Nope.
You don't quite manage. You don't like slip out of his arms, but you...
I don't get like a better grip.
Yeah,
or whatever.
exactly.
Mhm. Okay.
The skeleton will recover their footing and try once again slashing you, Benjamin.
I'll just jump back.
Give me a quick. You succeed with style, gaining another advantage. What would you like it to be called?
I guess another charge of brittle bones is fine.
Sure thing. It's your turn.
I'll go for a kick to break his knee joint.
That sounds either forceful or careful because you're aiming at something. Up to you.
I'll go with careful ones.
Sure thing. It sidesteps you. Lyri? Unless Benjamin wants to spend stuff.
Not yet.
Lyri once again try and like hit at it with like one of our hands, very very limply.
Then give me your forceful, please. It dodges away. I'm going to give it another charge on quick strikes. On its turn, once again it will attempt to slash you, Benjamin. What's your reaction?
He'll try to quickly try to move behind him.
Quick, please. You succeed with style. Another charge on brittle bones, I'm guessing.
Yep.
It's your turn.
I'll try to knee his spine.
Sounds careful to me.
Yeah, sure.
He dodges out of the way.
Okay, I'll go ahead and use all my charges and brittle bones.
Okay, he'll also use his, which would mean a tie, aka you would be left with one charge because you'd get one advantage from a tie.
Right.
Okay, Lyri, it's your turn.
Lyri kind of starts to, at least the time being, understand that there's something going on. She's gonna try and she's going to attempt to she's gonna attempt to click her fingers and like make a little fire. And she's gonna be an advantage, just so we can see better, you know.
Sounds careful to me. Careful or clever, I suppose. Difficulty 2. Okay. Yeah, you do get the advantage. What would you like it to be called?
Just call it bright light. I don't know.
Gotcha.
But it hurts like hell, so.
You would also see that the skeleton like winces from the light above board. But yeah, this time it will try to slash at Lyri, because she made light and it upset him. How does Lyri defend herself?
I guess she'll like. All she really can do is like try and like flail in Benjamin's arms. I don't know what she can really do, so I'll just do that.
I'll accept a quick in this case.
Okay.
You flail the shit out of it. Okay. What would you like your advantage to be called?
I guess lucky escape. I don't know.
Sure thing. Sure thing. While I type that, it's Benjamin's turn.
Can I tell how wounded he is?
One more hit and he'd be down.
Okay. Then I'm going for another charge so I can, kind of slam him into the wall.
That sounds very forceful to me.
Yeah.
Okay, even if I'm not gonna, even if I spent all the fate points, you take this guy out. His bones crumble as you slam him into the wall. And you would see above board there would be like a small glow in his eyes that I forgot to portray. It goes away.
I guess you're back to the world of the living. Can you stand?
The light that she made goes out because she just can't keep it up any longer. She tries to feel around who's holding her. She's not really understanding what's happening. She puts her hand on Benjamin's face.
I just put it away.
Wow.
Let's keep moving.
Lyri will take that as shut up and just be still and don't do anything. So that's what she'll do.
I guess another roll.
Well, you're going, Benjamin, but is Lyri still in your arms?
I guess.
Yeah.
Okay. Duly noted. Give me another roll then. That is 1+. Yeah. You get the sense that you're heading in the right direction. You maybe feel like a small gust of wind. But also some time has passed.
Okay. Then I guess if Lyri doesn't say anything, I keep going.
Give me another careful. Once again, you follow that gust of wind and you get the sense that you're heading in the right direction, but there's still a ways to go.
Well, I keep going.
Give me a careful.
I'm gonna get a -4 or something.
I hope so. You reach a cross section and you pick the correct path. You make even more progress on eventually getting out. But again, time passes. Above board, you would need a certain number of points or a critical to reach the exit, and you have 3 points so far. Well, not 3, 4, my bad, 4.
Okay. Yeah, I keep going, I guess.
Then give me the careful.
Ouch.
That's a -1. Okay. Then I'm going to roll a d2 to see what you find. Okay. You once again reach a cross section and you hear shuffling coming from one side.
I just sigh, expecting another skeleton.
Do you go and see what you meet?
Yeah.
as you turn the corner, you would see the fortune teller you just met snacking rapidly on some rats. And as she sees you, she turns and looks at you with like a wild expression on her face.
Weren't you like back there?
She growls like an animal at you.
Okay.
It's the
Okay,
it's like the growl like an animal gets of like, this is my kill, stay away.
Yeah. We mean no harm.
She begins walking on all fours in your direction, slowly.
I slowly step back.
She continues walking in your direction, on all fours.
I keep walking in the opposite direction.
So back the way you came, or like in the other side of the cross section?
I guess back the way I can.
Okay. She would continue following you for a while. She's like staring directly at you, like expecting you to like make a move.
I don't make a move.
But you continue going backwards, right?
Yeah.
Eventually she would like growl, almost in like frustration, as if she was looking for a fight. And then she turns around and on all fours at astonishing speed goes back to her previous spot.
Light, what was that about?
You hear a loud smack and growls, and you hear what sounds to be like her eating something.
So, can I take another path in the cross section I was in before?
Sure. You have successfully circumvented this encounter.
Wonderful.
Unless Lyri wants to do something.
God, no.
No.
Okay. Give me another careful. That's 2 pluses. Okay. You once again get the sense that you're heading in the right direction, as you feel a wind blowing even stronger. If you're looking for the exit, that is.
Yeah, I definitely am.
Mm-hmm. Feel free to give me another careful if you'd like. If you with a neutral roll, nothing good or bad happens other than the fact that time passes.
Lyri starts to be like more limp and more unconscious as time passes.
Oh god, I thought she'd get better. Then I guess this is a good sign to perhaps hurry up.
Give me another careful.
Oh lord.
-2. Okay. Very interesting. I'll get another D2. Okay, you once again hear shuffling as you reach another cross section from around the corner.
I'll very slowly try to approach.
Are you trying to
Just
be
last
sneaky,
time.
or?
Yeah, I'm trying to be sneaky.
Then roll me your sneaky and I'll oppose with something.
And that's not gonna be good. Or maybe it is.
As you like turn the corner and look to see, you spot another skeleton patrolling. It does not. It appears to have not noticed you.
Are the caves wide enough so I can sneak past it?
With that roll, I would say that like unless like Lyri does something to give away your position, you would be able to sneak past it.
Then I'll do that.
Okay, Lyri.
Yeah, she's basically unconscious at this point, so she doesn't have much she can do.
A unit of time has passed. Benjamin, you have circumvented the skeleton.
Well, let's keep going and not die.
Give me another careful. That's the neutral roll. You wander around aimlessly. The encounter of the skeleton has like clearly whatchamacallit. You've lost the trail of that wind. You haven't lost like the points above board, but you do spend a unit of time wandering around aimlessly.
Okay. I keep going, I guess.
Sure thing. Okay, you. Let me check and count again. How many points you have? It's 2, 4. Okay. Eventually, you would reach a ladder that seems to be leading up.
I'll set Lyri down and try to climb the ladder and see what's up there.
You would walk, like climb several paces, and you would reach a trapdoor.
I guess if it's possible, I try to very slightly open it.
You get the sense that it's not like locked or anything. You would be able to push it open.
Yeah, then I will just a bit so I can peek through.
Congratulations, you have found the exit. You find yourself, once I put the token, around here on the map. The trapdoor leads into a couple of bushes, pretty much, and it's like it's masked by like some artificial grass on top of the door, if that makes sense. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
As you look around, you will see that it's clearly nighttime.
Is there
You
anyone
enter the
around?
tunnels. Sorry?
Is there anyone around outside?
Not immediately, no. And I will say that you entered the tunnels around noon, and now it's nighttime.
That was a fun little 12-hour adventure.
Well, around noon, including the time of the cultists, etc.
Oh, okay. Less bad then. Then I guess I pull the trapdoor completely open and try to somehow get Lyri up.
I'm very, very disappointed that you didn't roll like a critical fail or a -3. That would have been fun. But this is fun as well.
I'm eager to find out what I missed.
I'm at least glad that you found the fortune teller twice.
Yeah, she was about to hit me the second time, so yeah.
So, you climb out. You take Lyri above as well. Thompshire?
Yeah.
You are in the. You recognize that you would be around like the outer ring of the trade district, next to the canals, if that makes sense.
Did Bladebeard end up telling us where his mother lived, as in the district?
I'm pretty sure it's the Dwarven District, right?
Did he? I don't remember.
It's been a while.
I don't know. I think I did.
I mean, Lyri might know because I was with Bladebeard that whole morning, but
Wait, are you conscious enough for that?
no.
Right.
I mean, you can also make the racist assumption that since he's a dwarf, he's a good there.
I mean, do I want to do that? Well, I guess let's just assume that Bladebeard told us. I guess that's important-ish information. Though I'm kind of scared to meet his mom, considering my aspect. But, well.
I mean, she's busy with someone else temporarily, which admittedly
Temporarily, that's the thing.
Also, admittedly wouldn't necessarily stop her, but yeah.
Yeah. Then I guess after bringing Lyri up, I'll try to talk to her again, see if she's more responsive, so I can just tap her shoulder to see if she's awake or still unconscious.
Literally no response. Like, even though it's chilly, she's not like shivering or anything. She's just still not good.
But she would be breathing, I should say.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
If you want Thompshire, since you've like spent at least several hours like wandering around with like nothing to keep you company except your thoughts, I will allow you another clever roll to like theorize on Lyri's condition.
Careful or clever?
Clever. Okay, that is the difficulty I set. You would remember pretty much, and you're like almost like probably like mentally facepalm about, oh yeah, that's like so obvious, that blood elves are especially known for, well, at least they were, for their need and hunger for magic. Something which apparently Lyri is clearly lacking at this point.
Okay. Would you allow me to use my stunt this session, but instead of making me transform, she like absorbs the energy for the session to see if she, perks up a little?
I would allow that, and yeah, you would probably like spend a charge requiring the item to recharge once again, which would be like done automatically, like you don't need to like go to a shop or anything.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. If you want, you are able to like channel the not plentiful, but it's something, the arcane energies in your orb to Lyri, which isn't a lot, but it's better than nothing.
Do I get any response or?
Oh, it's a stance you have to roll. Sure. I guess she kind of pulls her head up a little bit and looks around, but clearly isn't like fully like there, I guess. She's just kind of staring and like into the distance and not really registering what she's looking at. But she's definitely like aware and awake and starting to like feel a bit better for the time being.
Lyri, may I offer you a compel?
Sure.
I would like to compel your, I think a Cursed Wanderer would fit the best in this situation. That like, you were unconscious and then you felt like a small trickle of magic which woke you up. Which like, was like enough to wake you up, but also enough to like remind you, oh yeah, I'm fucking starving. I'm draining the first fucking thing I see, which is Benjamin.
No.
Okay. Duly noted.
You can take my fate point. She's not going to do that just yet.
No worries. Okay. The floor is yours.
She's just kind of making like weird like mouth noises. She's not really like being fully responsive, Benjamin. You're gonna have to like talk to her and try and figure stuff out because she's just.
I'll kind of just put 2 fingers up and just say, how many fingers?
She kind of looks at you because she recognizes the movement, but she doesn't really like. There's no like intention behind her eyes at the moment. She just kind of stares at your fingers. She like puts her hand out and like squeezes on one of them or something. But there's nothing behind her eyes right now.
Okay, I guess you reverted back to a baby. That's fine, I guess. If you can hear me, I think our best call right now is to try to find Bladebeard. I'm sure he knows many interesting people that could help us get out of this mess.
Lyri kind of like tries to stand up. I mean, if Benjamin sat her down, I think he did, right?
Yeah, I did.
Mm-hmm. She like tries to stand up, but she's finding it very difficult. She like leans against the wall and like slowly stands up more and more.
I will mention it is night time, but Benjamin especially would know that there's always at least a patrol going around.
Right, I have to be keeping an eye out for that.
Also, you two are wanted. It is night, admittedly, but does Benjamin have a plan for that? Because Lyri's a bit out of it.
Well, aside from being stealthy, not really.
Okay. So, what is the above all? What are the two of you doing? Are you heading towards the Dwarven District, or what's your plan?
Yeah, I guess we're heading towards the Dwarven District.
Lyri will be led there by Benjamin, and yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Eventually, actually, give me. Lyri, would you be conscious enough to be trying to avoid the guards?
I'm assuming she's being like led like very very closely by Benjamin.
Yeah,
So.
she's like almost passing out. I wouldn't let her just walk alone.
Yeah. So probably not. Probably just listening to what Benjamin tells her to do. So I guess it depends on Benjamin's sneaky, or what he does.
Well, I'm asking because I will need one of you, I guess Benjamin at this point, to roll sneaky to oppose with one guard patrols careful.
Oh god. Oh, that's nice.
Okay, how do you avoid the patrol? Again, it doesn't necessarily have to be that you like hide from them. It could also be that you like make yourself seem like not inconspicuous. It's up to you.
Yeah, I guess at this point we're just trying to, not be very suspicious. Well, instead of looking like she's dying, maybe I'll put like, I don't know, my arm around her or something.
Yeah, you look like a pair of drunks, not like a pair of wanted people.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense to me. Can you... You would go on your way. You're heading towards the Dwarven District, correct?
Yeah.
Then I will need just one more opposed sneaky to careful roll, okay? Just one more.
God, okay. I have fate points, so it should be fine.
Good luck.
Apparently, the guards are drunk too.
I think that's more than drunk.
Yeah, almost a critical fail. And you almost got a critical hit too. Nice. Okay. So you make your way to the Dwarven District, where eventually you will find once I put it on screen, give me a second. Oh, I should also switch to the nighttime scene. My bad. Yeah, you will find. Where did I put it? Sorry, give me just a hot second. This gentleman, he is hanging upside down by his ankles from like an archway.
Is he alive?
He looks very much alive. Panicked.
Wait, like above board, when did we last see him?
When Bladebeard said, "I'm taking him and Tamal and the gnome to find Buhd," in the like at 11 a.m.
Oh wow, okay. Is anyone around?
Not at the moment. Just you, Lyri, and this gentleman.
I guess I tried to set him down.
As you approach, he says, "Oh, is that you, Benjamin, and Lady Lyri?"
Yeah. How did you get up there? Where's Bladebeard?
Bladebeard, he's gone mad. He's gone mad, I tell you. He said, well, I'm a corpse anyway. Might as well see me hang. And here I am. Can you please get me down?
Yeah, sure. Give me a second.
Give me a careful difficulty 4 to see if you get him down without hurting him. Unless you want to spend fate points, you cut the rope a little too soon and he slams to the ground.
Yeah, it's fine.
Oh, could have warned me, but thank you.
Yeah, sorry about that. So, what happened to Bladebeard?
Well, when the camp see his mother, brought flowers too, not that I needed them. Oh, there was weird night of coming out of his mother's house, and then he went drinking with his mother, and me and Tamal just hung around, and then there was Bladebeard leading a whole posse of dwarves and humans and other things. I walked up to him to ask Captain what's our next move, and he said, "Look, it's an undead. Let's hang him because he's dead anyway. Nothing will happen to him." Oh, my head.
What? Can you take us to where you last saw him?
Sure. He would guide you towards the Golden Keg Tavern. And, what's Lyri's reaction in all this, by the way?
She's still out of it. She's definitely a bit more aware of what's going on and slowly coming to, but she's still pretty silent and pretty quiet and not really doing much. It's there's a glint in her eye that she kind of starts to get what's going on, but she's still kind of shaken about the whole thing. So
John would notice that and turn to look at you and say, "Are you all right?" He looks at you, Benjamin, with concern.
well, that's a bit of a long story. She kind of stabbed herself on an evil knife.
An evil knife. Well, he like looks at Lyri and sees that Lyri's wounded, but he doesn't see like a stab wound. Says, I'll take your word for it.
Yeah, I think we're both familiar enough with evil knives, so let's just keep moving.
John looks visibly confused. He is not familiar with evil knives.
Well, I guess he isn't.
Yeah. But he would continue leading you. As you go through the Dwarven District, you will see a lot of people that appear to be like partying all around, and dwarves in various states of undress, and even like guards joining in. You might occasionally see like some guards like attempting to get their comrades to come on, we have a job to do, come on, but they just don't listen. You do not need to roll sneaky rolls here.
By the way, I assume I didn't see any wanted posters, right?
You can give me a careful if you like. Your stunt would apply. Difficulty. Oh yeah. You would see wanted posters, indeed, but not of you and or Lyri.
Yeah, that was my question, so it's fine. Then also, John said that he last saw Bladebeard on the inn, right?
At the inn, yeah, at the Golden Egg. And
Okay.
he would lead you there and say, I saw him around here before I was, you know.
Yeah, right. I'll go inside and check, and you keep an eye on Lyri.
He nods slowly, and he looks at you, Lyri, and stares at you with concern.
Lyri just kind of mumbles some stuff that doesn't really make any sense, and her eyes kind of roll around in her head, and it's just a mess altogether.
Sure. He would like stare at you and like look at you from side to side as if to determine like, are you about to like fall over or something? But after a while he would just like resume his normal kind of idle animation.
Then I guess having set her down, I guess I'll check inside the inn.
Inside the inn, you would see a scene of debauchery that you probably haven't ever seen in an inn of Stormwind, with lots and lots of naked dwarves doing all sorts of drinking games, and humans too joining in. You don't see Bladebeard around, I should mention.
Seeing all that, I kind of just immediately turn around and leave the inn.
You immediately turn around and leave the inn. Welcome back, Skoll. We're trying to find out where Bladebeard is.
Well, I wish I could erase those last seconds of my memory.
John shrugs and says, well, you get used to that sort of stuff on the sea.
Right, I hope I never get used to that, honestly. Bladebeard wasn't inside. Any other ideas?
Could be at his mother's house, I guess.
Yeah, right. I guess it doesn't hurt to check. Do you know her as a mother? It would be, strange for strangers to knock at her door.
As you ask that, you would hear what sounds like an explosion, but as you look in a certain direction, you'll see a bunch of fireworks pop up, and he'll say, well, that's where his mother's house is.
The fireworks are coming from the house?
John nods slowly with a worried expression.
Is this normal around here?
He shakes his head no, slowly.
Well, I guess we need to give it a look anyways. So.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
Go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead. I was just saying that I helped Lyri back up and go towards the house.
Lyri, what are you doing?
Just staring into space again, you know, just debating things. Also feeling very, very hungry and not good. I mean, she'd be like really fighting to not like fall over because she's very, very drained right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I'm guessing you would be walking in the direction of Captain Bladebeard's house?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You would see as you go reach there a similar scene of debauchery with a lot of naked dwarves and humans partying around. But what is unusual, you will see a clothed pair of gnomes. The male gnome, a male gnome and a female gnome, and the male gnome is herding a sheep.
What?
Yeah, and they're walking towards Bladebeard's house. They see this scene and they turn to you and say, "You have you seen a dwarf, bearded fellow, stout with fancy clothing, pistol?"
I'm afraid not. I was actually looking for him.
Foul little creature promised to wed my wife, and now the sheep was about to be the dowry.
The what?
Now, where could he be? Where could he be? And he will walk, wandering about, to look for a stout dwarf with a pistol.
So, was he checking the house or?
He's walking around the house at the moment.
Then I guess I'll approach the house.
Yeah, you see the scene of debauchery. Do you walk in? What do you do? John will stay back.
I can just look at John and
He shrugs.
Okay. I take a deep breath and I just knock at the door.
You hear no response.
God. What now? I don't suppose breaking and entering into Bladebeard's mother's house is a very pleasant thing to do.
I would say you don't hear the same sounds you hear and see outside coming from Bladebeard's house.
Well, I guess that is relieving in a way. Then I guess I'll knock again, but it's a little louder.
No response.
Well, I go back to John and say, well, any other ideas?
I'm sure his mother's home, probably, maybe. Oh, Lady Lyri?
Benjamin?
Yeah?
Her head kind of her neck kind of goes limp and she just looks awful. uh, she kind of like tries to like stabilize herself and like stay still, and she kind of blinks at Benjamin a couple times and says, "Benjamin."
Finally up.
But she kind of just is still very, very out of it, but she like tries to stand up and go to where you used to be. So she's like limping and stumbling her way to the door.
John is trying to like help you walk, like standing there ready to catch you if you fall.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, she kind of like just like throws herself at the door.
It opens, it's unlocked pretty much, and if you like throw yourself into it, it will open.
Oh, so like it opens like on the floor on the inside.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that happens then.
And you hear a yell from upstairs, and you know who's a woman, it seems, who yells, "Who the fuck is there? I told you no visitors today!" And you hear angry footsteps. Did I hit
No.
push to talk? Right?
No, I'm
No.
outside. This has nothing to do with me.
Well, Lyri's not gonna say anything. She's like face on the floor.
Yeah. Eventually, this lady would come up, half naked. She looks at you and says, "Oh, what a fucking mess you made! Who the fuck are you? Oh, I told Moby that I don't want any visitors today. I don't care how many people he brings to party. Now go, sure, cut yourself, I'm fucking busy." Do you reply to this angry lady?
Wait, do I hear this outside?
You do hear an angry lady shouting.
Do I just know she's shouting, or do I actually hear what she said?
Give me a careful. Difficulty 4. Oh yeah, you hear the words.
Did the dwarf only mention the family, his name to Bladebeard, or was it to everyone?
The dwarf did.
He mentioned everyone, right?
Yeah, the dwarf did say to everyone, "Find my wife Martha and my son Moby." Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Then I guess hearing this, it just something just kind of clicks in my brain,
With that careful, yeah.
and I kind of just slowly walk inside, kind of out of nowhere, and
And
just
who
say,
the fuck are you? Oh, hello there.
"No." Did you say Moby?
Oh, forget about him now. Why don't you come with me, handsome? There's you'll have to share a little bit, but there's room for you there upstairs too.
I can't just ignore everything you just said and just say, "Are you Martha by any chance?"
Aye, and you must be one of my secret admirers, I'm guessing. How can old Martha help you?
I
You know me from
I think-
one keg or one? Who are you?
I can just, as I say this, I'm kind of just slowly stepping back and just say, I think we met your husband not long ago.
Oh, which one? Oh, never mind. I'm sure you can be my husband for the night, lad.
He said he was in a sailing accident, and he was old.
She appears to be very drunk above board.
As I keep walking back, I just kind of leave the house.
What about Lyri?
Yeah, she's on her own. I'm sorry.
Still on the floor.
She like follows you outside, still like half naked, by the way.
I mean, the other dwarves are half naked as well. It's the same.
Yeah. And he says, "Where are you running off to, handsome? Come on, I don't bite much."
Oh, I'm busy at the moment. I need to find this dwarf I know.
If you make noise, Lyri, she will like kick you.
Wait, she outside?
Well, she's like walking by you, trying to follow Benjamin.
Okay, Lyri just kind of makes random noises.
She kicks you.
Ouch. Okay.
Friend of yours, handsome? She says to Benjamin.
Yeah, Captain Bladebeard. Have you heard of him? Well, is your,
She spits on the ground, which just by accident happens to be Lyri, and says, "Moby, you dumb daft. He's Moby in this house. I keep telling him that I don't accept any of his dumb nicknames. He's Moby now, and he'll be Moby forever. But forget about him. Come on, handsome. Come on.
I'm kind of in a hurry. I appreciate the offer, I guess, but yeah.
She's like still trying to follow you.
Yeah, and I keep walking back.
Tell me when she's fully outside.
She is at this point.
Okay, Lyri kind of like stumbles up and tries to like lean on the door, but ends up like closing it.
Sure.
So she just closed the door and she's inside.
It smells awful.
Great. Now that Benjamin and oh gosh, did I just forget his name? Not Martha. Our undead friend. How did I forget his name?
John.
John, of course. Now that Benjamin and John are gone, like Lyri's like object permanence disappears, so she has no idea what she's doing and where she is. Just shut in a room that she doesn't recognize.
You notice a orange cat staring at you.
I will step back at the orange cat. Go on, Benjamin.
He blinks slowly at you.
I guess I will just kind of, I don't know, just stare at the cat.
It stares back. And you hear a voice from upstairs that says, "Oh, Marfa, are you coming back or not?"
Lyri is confused, so she's gonna go upstairs and see what she's gonna stumble upstairs and see what the commotion's about.
The person hears your like heavy footsteps and asks, "Oh, are you all right?" And he exits the room. And let me put them on screen as groggy Forgeheart steps out of Marfa's room completely naked.
Oh no. Lyri will like blink a couple times and like she doesn't understand what she's looking at right now. She did think she did Benjamin and like put her hands on like his bald head. Like give it a rub and like see try and figure out what she's looking at right now.
You're not Marfa. Where's Marfa? Where are you?
What? And like Lyri like feels his beard and like doesn't understand what it is, so she starts like tugging on it and pulling it around.
Look, lass, I appreciate that, but I usually only bed my fellow dwarves. Do you know where Marfa is? Who are you?
I don't know. Lyri just kind of like her brain stops working. She stands still and like looks into like the distance and doesn't say anything.
Right. Well, when you see Marfa, tell her that I'm still waiting. Still got 2 bottles left from the tavern, and he turns around.
Where did he go?
Into Marfa's bedroom.
Okay. Lyri just kind of looks into the bedroom and like has a dead-eyed stare and doesn't know what she's looking at. Is there anything interesting that I can like see from in the position I'm in?
Give me a careful difficulty 4.
Nothing. I'm too out of it.
Yeah. Pretty much at this point.
Lyri kind of like idly starts leaning backwards and like falls backwards down the stairs.
Do you injuring yourself?
Sure, give me a level 2 consequence.
Oh no, not really.
Yes, yes, do it.
No, because we're not in combat, and that's not how the rules work.
Wow.
But when I said injuring yourself, I didn't mean like actually injuring yourself as it, but rather, do you fall like hard? But sure.
Yeah, full hard.
Yeah, then Groggy will come rushing out and say, oh, by the light. Ugh. And he will cast a holy spell because he's a paladin and heal your injury.
No way.
Oh, thank God she's not Void Lyri anymore. That would have been disastrous.
Yeah, very true. But Lyri, you feel magic being cast upon you. Healing magic, but more importantly, magic.
Okay.
Wait, do you hear me?
Yes?
Yeah.
Can I compel her cursed wanderer to mana tap this guy?
I was thinking the same thing.
Wow. It's a lose-lose. You know what? I mean, he's naked, right?
Yes.
What does that?
Wait, what's that?
He's not gonna have to fight back. He doesn't have a hammer or armor, so.
I mean, he has
he's a
a hammer,
dwarf.
let's say. Sorry.
No, he has a hammer.
That's
Why is he bringing a hammer into
that's
bed?
that's a sexual joke. Oh, my bad.
Oh, I was like,
My bad.
I was like, I was like, what? He's bringing a hammer into the bedroom? Jesus, it's fucking evil. You know what? If I don't do this, you'll be able to compel me to do anything. So sure, I'll do it.
Okay. Bladebeard, I'm passing one of your fate points over to Lyri.
Yeah.
Lyri, how exactly do you try to mana tap him? Like he reached his hand and healed your injuries. Now what?
Well, I just kind of like. Is he like on top of the stairs? Or is he down?
He's next to you. He like climbed down to help you.
I just kind of grab his ankle and do it
Okay.
instinctively.
Okay, I guess you didn't grab the hammer. I guess that's fine.
I was honestly afraid of that. Thank God you didn't do that. Then this episode really would have been Patreon exclusive. But yeah.
No.
You grab his ankle and mana tap him. You take him by surprise completely, and he yells out in pain. You feel yourself infused with magic, but not a lot. You do get like some of the same healing magic that he used you get some of that healing magic that he used to heal you, and it feels good. It's like one of the most good, I don't know, one of the the best feeling magics you've ever like mana tapped, because it's like soothing. It doesn't like change your body in a negative way like fell magic did or whatever. But you only get a small inkling of that. Other than that, you get another small inkling of arcane magic, but not a lot. But as you do that, Groggy passes out face first. And you feel a little bit rejuvenated, although, again, it's a bit of magic, and it's good magic, but not a lot.
Okay. So I'm suddenly feeling a tiny bit more self-aware.
More
Still
than a
not-
tiny bit, but yeah.
I'm still not 100% better, just because I still have the brain fog of having so much stuff drained from me. But I'm aware of like what I'm looking at.
A naked
And-
dwarf, yeah.
Yeah, a naked dwarf, and I don't really know the context or anything, or it's not
Well-
completely registering. But I'm like, you know what? I'm in this place. I did this to somebody. I'm just gonna do my instinctual thing and start rummaging around and see if I can find any cool loot.
Okay. While you rummage, and I will need a few rolls while that happens. But Benjamin, Marfa insistently pursues you, yelling out increasingly obscene proposals.
I kind of look quite panicked at John. See if he can help me in any way.
He looks at you with what looks to be envy.
Oh no. Yeah, I kinda, start running.
Okay, give me a quick.
Oh no. If she has a massive quick, I'll cry. Oh no, she has a massive quick.
Not that massive, but she...
You know what? I'll use a fate point because I'm very scared.
What are you invoking?
I guess I'll invoke Traveling Saltwood. I guess I've ran away before. Maybe this is a first in this specific situation, but well.
Sure. And you're using it to reroll or to improve your roll?
Good question. If we tie, I succeed, but with something bad, right?
Yeah.
I'm not going to risk it. I'm just going to have +2.
Okay. You succeed in outrunning her, sure. What's the bad thing that will happen? Yeah, I think while she's trying to catch you because she's very, very drunk, she trips and falls, and as you look around, she appears to not be moving.
Oh god. This is not okay.
Still half naked.
I run back and check if she's still alive.
She's breathing, but she clearly hit her head. She's lost consciousness, but she's alive, and it's not like a life-threatening injury.
Yeah, I can just flip her over to the side so she doesn't choke or anything.
Sure.
And I guess I return? ?
With her or without her?
With, that's a good question. Let's go with why not?
Sure. You see John look at you with the same envious look, but then he sees that Marfa's injured, and he runs there with a concerned expression, and he asks, "What did you do?"
Nothing. She just fell running after me.
Why would you run from her?
She's scary.
What are you talking about?
Well, this isn't important anyways. We should just get her inside.
Okay. Lyri, can you give me a careful check to see what you find? You find a cat's litter box
Oh wow.
with that roll.
Anything cool in the litter box?
Depends on your definition of cool.
I assume that means nothing cool at all then. Okay.
Yes. The cat's cool, and when you approach the little box, he like walks to you like, what are you doing?
I look at the cat, then I turn around and I look at the wall. It's a really nice wall.
So why are you here looking at a wall?
Huh?
You heard me. Why are you here looking at a wall?
Huh?
Do you investigate to see where the voice is coming from?
Yeah. Lyri does after like saying huh twice.
Yeah. Give me another careful. No answers. Funnily enough, even the very bad roll would have given you an answer, but not the
Wow.
mediocre roll. Yeah, I'm talking to you.
You're talking to who?
Yeah, I'm talking to you. What are you doing in my house?
Your house?
Yeah, my house.
Your house?
Yeah, you knocked Marfa's guest unconscious, and now what are you doing here?
Bladebeard?
It's not Bladebeard's voice.
I'm confused.
And at this point, I think Benjamin would open the door.
Do I see Benjamin?
I presume he's not hiding.
Yeah, of course.
Benjamin.
Lyri, you're up. And I noticed the naked dwarf is first on the ground and just go,
Huh?
I'm afraid to ask. What happened?
I don't know. I think he fell down the stairs or something.
Right. And I go check if he's alive as well.
He seems to be alive.
So is this Bladebeard's stepfather?
I don't know. It's just a wait, Benjamin.
Yeah.
We were just in a really dark place.
Yeah.
Ye-
What about it?
Did you take me out? Right? That was.
Yeah, I guess you could say so after you threw yourself at a knife.
Lyri kind of looks away, looks at the ground a little bit, looks at the floor, shakes her head.
The cat is staring at you judgingly.
Alright, I guess you've had some time to explore. Where is Bladebeard's mother's room?
I looked in it a second ago. It's upstairs somewhere.
Okay. And I can just go up the stairs, and I'm taking special care so I don't step on the unconscious dwarf's beard.
Yeah. The house smells awful, as mentioned. You find Bladebeard's mother's bedroom easily enough because it's the one with the door open. There's another room upstairs. Yeah, if you were to look around, it seems to be pretty bare.
I guess I just sat her on the bed.
She starts snoring.
Right, now our mystery naked dwarf. Like I just go back to him and just stare for a bit.
Lyri looks at Benjamin, admiring.
No, just pondering how the hell I'm supposed to lift this guy, and yeah, of course he's also naked.
You could just pull him by the bed.
Okay. I'll pull you by your hair next time you're unconscious in a cave, okay? Does that sound pleasant?
Which beard, I wonder? Sorry.
Well, I guess he's fine where he is.
Yeah. You don't need to roll if you want to like pick this guy up. You would be able to.
Oh, would I? Aren't dwarves like stupidly heavy?
Oh
for
yeah,
their
he
size?
is. But you're like doing this. How should I say this? You're not like in any rush or anything like that. So, yeah.
You're right. Then I just go find some sort of towel to, yeah,
Sure.
put around his waist.
Sure.
And then I guess I pick him up and put him down next to Bladebeard's mother.
I'm thinking that that she will not remember who this guy is, but sure.
Yeah, in my mind, there's still a Bladebeard stepdad or something.
Sure.
Right, now the mess is cleaned up, so what now? I can just snap my fingers in front of Lyri's face.
Benjamin, I don't feel so good.
Yeah, I noticed. There's the other room, and well, we've. Just go lie down. That's probably for the best.
I'm sorry, Benjamin.
Yeah, it's.
Lyri like wipes her eyes.
She what?
She wipes her eyes.
Oh. Well, then, let me just help you to the other room, and hopefully Bladebeard gets here and we can clear this whole mess up.
If you were to go upstairs, yeah, in addition to Martha's room, there appears to be another room. It looks to be like dusty, like the door handle is dusty, like it hasn't been opened in a while.
But is it unlocked or?
If you try the door, it would be unlocked.
Yeah, and I tried.
DoomGoblin, would you like to describe Bladebeard's room? DoomGoblin?
Yeah,
Okay, we can hear you.
you can?
Yes.
Am I
No,
You're not
chipmunk?
You're
no,
not,
you're fine.
Alright. Well, there's at least like 2 mirrors. I guess. One like next to the bed, one probably like above the bed. And let's say like a painting of Bladebeard nude, riding a shark and like mermaids jumping around him and stuff.
Made in crayon or what? I'm sorry.
He probably like commissioned
Sure.
an actual like painter.
Sure.
Maybe it looks like, I mean, he's a dwarf, but he looks a bit younger. Let's say it's like an older painting.
Light Bladebeard has terrible taste. I assume there's a bed?
Oh yeah, there's probably like a big bed.
Yeah. Then I just set Lyri down on it.
Lyri kind of turns her back to Benjamin and stares at the wall.
Well, I'll be downstairs and keep an eye out for Bladebeard.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
yeah, please don't do whatever you did to that dwarf to anyone else.
I didn't do anything.
Yeah, right, sure. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll go back downstairs and see if I spot John outside.
Yeah, he is like slowly creaking the door open, like trying to see what's going on.
Yeah, right. Come inside. I'll keep an eye out for Bladebeard here.
Sure. Are you sure he's going to return here?
Well, I sure hope so. We've made a bit of a mess, and well, Lyri needs a bit of shut-eye, to say the least.
Right. Is Marfa alone?
She's with a dwarf man that was laying down on the floor.
He looks
naked.
disappointed.
Were you expecting anyone?
Oh no. Forget I asked.
I just narrow my eyes and go, yeah, right.
She's a very
Well,
lovely woman, you know.
Sure, yeah, maybe a bit too loving, but, yeah.
He nods. And, well, before we end today's session, from what I had in mind, Bladebeard will not come back to his house tonight. Would you be doing anything else?
Not really. Just, taking a little breather after everything.
Would you eventually fall asleep? It's been a long day.
Yeah, if she has like a couch downstairs, yeah, sure.
Bladebeard, does she have a couch downstairs?
Sure.
Okay. Then yeah. You would fall asleep. And
Although, let's say the cat is sleeping on it currently.
I agree.
Well, then I guess I just fall asleep sitting instead of just laying down.
Sure. And yeah, I suppose it's a good place as any to end today's session, which went from like horror to like what's that stupid comedy film called about like people going to Bangkok or whatever? Never mind. Yeah, that was a fun session. Again, we went from like horror to something else entirely.
Yeah,
A different type of horror.
Yeah, I love it. I didn't do much, but at the same time, I feel like I did a lot.
Skoll, are you
Boy.
still with us?
Yep, I'm still here.
I'm very sorry, but I promise that you will get some action next session because morning will come.
No, I figured it would happen. That's okay. We got a little bit of Buhd, mostly to thinking, but yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that was a lot of fun. But what are your thoughts on this session? Because a lot happened, not just with like the latest shenanigans.
Yeah, one thing that I found interesting is I believe in first season I said that Bladebeard's great grandmother or great grandmother was a fortune teller. Was that her as an undead in the sewer?
Well, I will admit that I took inspiration from that, but I'm of two minds. I mean, I'm entirely fine with it being Great Bladebeard's grandmother or great grandmother or whatever, but I also do not want to force like unnecessary backstory on you. So if you want, you want to be it to be like a random dwarf, that's also perfectly fine.
No, I think it's fun. Gusvina, what's her name, right?
Let me check. Grusvina, Gruswina.
All right. I think that's cool. If that's her. Yeah.
You have a messed up family, yeah.
Oh yeah, he does.
But I do. There is a. It's strange that there are undead there. What can I say? But I also like to hear your thoughts as players, not just my babbling as a DM.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I like the potions that I have. I'll need to check with you again which one does what, and I'll make like a list. And when I use one, I'll have to like roll to see which one did I get.
You didn't get any that are basically instant death, did you?
He did.
Oh god. I hope he never plans to drink any.
3 of them are narcotics, and 3 of them are poisons of various levels.
Yeah, nice. Risky.
I am very sad, as I mentioned, that during the underground adventure you guys didn't like critically fail or almost critically fail, because I had some fun stuff prepared, but I think what you got was also fun enough. Also, if you had gotten a critical success, you would have instantly found the exit.
Mm-hmm. I'm glad that 3 of us might all be in the same area again soon.
Very likely, because you're in the Dwarven District, the Brawlers Guild's nearby, the tournament will start, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm. It's exciting.
What did you think of the little prophecy, quote unquote?
It's very interesting. I'll have to look into it when I'm not dying.
Yeah, same.
Okay.
Yeah,
By the
I
way,
was.
could you pin it, by the way, on the Discord?
Sure.
Yeah, I'll pin it.
I did it.
Oh, okay.
I remember when you were talking about it, I was trying to see if any of the descriptions match our characters.
Well,
But
I mean, the only thing I recognize at a first glance is the mention of a silver mane. Aside from that,
Yeah.
Have we heard that in character yet, or?
Nope.
Okay.
Well,
We've heard it in the Dream
yeah.
Seekers, right?
So Benjamin and Lyri might recognize that if they remember the dream with Aaran and Kyrilla.
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. Interesting.
Bladebeard did saw the assassins that he summoned, but I don't think he would remember that they had tabards with lion, or maybe he would. I don't know.
He also
Not very good at connecting dots.
Yeah. He also wasn't there when the prophecy was told, but yeah. No prophecy, yeah.
Yeah.
Fortune. There are definitely clues there. I honestly hope I wasn't too... What's the word? I didn't give them away too freely, is what I should say.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Well, I did like this session a lot because apparently do like improv a bit too much because I made up that character of DoomGoblins on the spot.
Which one?
The drug dealer.
Oh, yeah. Well, of course. How could you have predicted that I would want that?
I mean, it was pretty fun for what it's worth.
Yeah.
So.
It was.
I'm glad. Well, Skoll, since you were kind of a spectator, what are your thoughts on today's session? Unfortunately, because you didn't get much screen time.
A lot of craziness happened between Bladebeard's mom trying to get with. I mean, I figured that was going to happen eventually, but still, with Benjamin, Lyri sucking out magic from the naked dwarf.
Thanks.
We were this close to having this episode be a Patreon exclusive. What can I say?
Yeah, that's happened before.
I think we were almost more brazen this time than last cycle. Last time we skipped over.
Yeah. This time we were like, yep, this has happened. The old lady creeped me out. It reminded me of a character from Dishonored, so that was fun.
By the way, DoomGoblin, would this fortune teller grandmother be on your mother's side or on your father's side?
Mothers. I think that
Yeah, I remember.
his father is an orphan. I believe that's what I
You
written.
mentioned that. You mentioned
So
that.
I imagine like he only knows his mother's side of his family, and they're all like a bit crazy people, and most of them are have red hair. That just two things that I kind of my head canon about his family.
If you want to ever make up even more relatives, I'm all ears. What can I say?
Oh yeah, also I will last session I said that his great grandmother was a kobold, maybe. Although that might be like a story or something like someone came up with.
The first thought that popped to my mind was, you know how in Dungeons and Dragons kobolds are usually associated with dragons? Maybe it was actually a dragon, not a kobold. That would be something.
Oh wow!
I'm not
Bladebeard
I'm not
has
promising
dragon blood in him.
I'm not
She's
promising that.
dragonborn, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah.
He has the blessing of Akatosh. Okay. Any other thoughts for our viewers before we go into our usual shoutouts?
I don't think so.
Okay. I rolled the dice in the background to see the order, and we rolled straight ones, which is a lot of fun. So, thank you everyone for watching and listening to us. I would like to ask these lovely people to babble about themselves because they deserve it. And the very first person, according to the dice, would be our resident, I don't know, reckless scoundrel, whatever, Zelris, aka Lyri. Zelris. Can you go ahead and talk about yourself?
Sure, yeah, I make digital art and World of Warcraft, memes and machinima, all kinds of things on my Twitter, which is at obviously Zelris. I don't do much, but I try to like put out at least something cool every week, and I hope you check it out.
She does great work. Okay. Thank you very much, Zelris. Next, according to the dice, would be Mr. DoomGoblin. Can you please go ahead and talk about yourself?
Yeah. Hello, it's me, DoomGoblin. I played Captain Bladebeard, and I am very excited to see what he's been up to, because I don't know. I'll find out next week. But usually I draw stuff. You can find my work on Twitter and other sites like ArtStation and DeviantArt. But yeah, that's me.
Mm-hmm. Your usual reminder, dear viewers, is that you can find all our links not only on screen but also in the description below. Okay. Thank you, DoomGoblin. And next, according to the dice, Sir Thompshire, the owner of the channel you guys are watching this on, can you please go ahead?
Hello. You know me already. I barely make machinima, but I'd like to get back to it at some point. And I also make some random renders, designs, and sometimes for this series as well. And I haven't really been doing that lately because I'm dying from exams, but I'll resume it soon enough as well. So yeah, that's kind of it.
No pressure. IRL is a curse that afflicts us all. What can I say? Okay. Thank you, Thompshire. And next, according to the dice, Skoll, can you please go ahead and talk about yourself?
Yes, I can. I am good old Skoll Shorties. I make videos on World of Warcraft mostly, be it machinimas, speculation, lore videos, and all that. I also do videos on other games. I'm slowly working away at finishing my Halo Infinite review video. It's almost done. It's like 50 minutes long, so that's fun to edit. And after that, I am hoping to start on my Machinima series. So yay.
Nice. Looking forward to it. Thank you very much, Skoll. And I was your game master, dungeon master, etc. Teeironor. I do this series, and I do another really fun series called Legacy of the Rimland with also some other lovely people. Also Dungeons and Dragons-esque adventure, though not in the Warcraft universe. And when I have the time, I do videos focusing on like history or video game lore, but that time is not very often available to me, pretty much. But you can find me on the links on screen, as well as you can find everyone else. Okay. Otherwise, dear viewers, thank you once again for watching and listening to us. We shall be back next week on my channel, Teeironor, and we will see you there. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye bye.
See ya.